You're completely right. I have already implemented many various reports with customers on site, and I already gained much experience with working SECMENDO.report, and today I want to show you a live demo. So what I'm going to show you are 4 reports. The first report is an overview of the user lifecycle processes executed by the IDM system. The next 3 reports are just an evaluation of an identity after a company entry process, company leave process, or for example, organizational unit change process. So let's dive into the demo. So for our first report, we have to log in into the application SECMENDO.report. And after the login, we receive an overview of tiles. Behind each tile is a custom report implemented. And for our first report, we implemented also an own tile, own report. And if we dive into this report, we receive directly a table with the data, with the processes IDM system executed. On the left side, we have a log date. It's a date where the system recognized the process which has to be executed in the system. In the middle, we have some employee data like name, personal number, and on the right, the process itself with additional information. So for example, we can check if there are some company entry process, for example, Niklas Latvala, or we can also check if there are company leave process, for example, for Travis Gonzalez, as you can see here. And thanks to this overview, we can track all our user lifecycle processes which are executed by the IDM system. So for the next report, if you want to evaluate then the identity, for example, at an entry company process, we can use a standard report. So first we have to select the identity itself, for example, Niklas Latvala. And after the selection, we retrieve directly below in the table the attributes of the identity. And for an entry process, it's important that the IDM system generates a login name, as we can see here. Or for example, that the IDM system generates a mail address. We also can see directly below that the system already created an account in Active Directory for the user, and that the user also retrieves automatically standard permissions. For the next report, we would like to evaluate an identity after a company leave process. So for this, we can take the user of the first report, Travis Gonzalez, and after the selection, we retrieve again the attributes of the identity. And for the leave process, it's important that the user is disabled and cannot work on the systems anymore. And we can check this by the standard attribute mxDisabled, which is set to 1, which means true. So the user is disabled in the system. We also can see that the user lost his Active Directory account. It has been removed, and also his permissions to the system. For the last report, I would like to show you a process organization unit, how the identity and its permissions looks like after this process. We have also an own custom tile for this, which is built up like log date and some old data and current data of the person and the process itself and permissions. And to illustrate what happened to the permissions in a better way, I'll export this in Excel and show you this. So if you take a look to the Excel, we can see that the first 3 role assignments were limited by in the validity. So the user can still work for the old department in emergency cases. The next 3 roles were added automatically by the IDM system, so the employee can work in the new department. And the last 2 permissions were deleted because the IDM system recognized SOD conflict. This was the demo. In my example, you could see how easy it is to evaluate user lifecycle processes which are executed in the IDM system with SECMENDO.report. And I hope you could see how easy and useful SECMENDO.report really is for the user.